Hi folks, brief car repair today. The brake light on my driver's rear is out on my Mercedes, the 1999 Mercedes ML320. I didn't notice it, of course, because I was driving, but my wife was following me behind the other day and said, hey, you got a brake light out. So, let's change it. I saw a few videos on how to do this. I haven't had to do this in this vehicle before, but it looks relatively simple, so thank you to those other guys who already did the videos, but I'm going to include mine here. So what we're looking at here is this entire housing comes out. Now mine is loose because if you look down in here you can see that the tab is broken off. Now with a vehicle that's going on 30 years old, that's not surprising. But then it's got two bolts here, little bolts here, that hold it in place that are 10 millimeter. So I've got basically the tools you should need for this are just 10 millimeter socket, so you can get down in there rather than with a wrench, and I've got just a basic Phillips and a slotted screwdriver to pull things apart. I think you saw the picture on for this video. The size bulb I need is a 7506 Sylvania. This is just a long life. This was a 2-pack for $10 at Advance Auto, so it's not a huge expense to do it, and it shouldn't take too much. So I'm gonna set the camera on a tripod here. We'll see what I can do. I got a dog out here with me, so I hope he doesn't get crazy and knock it over. So I'll pull it apart and you can see the next step. Okay, so I'm gonna take the top one off, even though I don't really need to, just to see if there's any way that can be repaired. I don't think it can. It's not absolutely critical because the bottom one's holding it in place, and with the hatch closed, that helps to hold it in place too. Okay, this isn't even a bolt, it's just a nut. The video I saw, they did have bolts, 10 millimeter bolts, but it could have been just slightly different model, different year, whatever, but I'm not going to worry about that. As long as I can get this off, we can take this apart. It shouldn't be, what I saw was only a 2-minute video, so I'm not an expert mechanic, but it shouldn't be too involved to do this, I'm hoping. Second nut there, and there is a little washer here. It's holding it in place. I don't want to lose that. It's very small. There we go. So that should just open. That will just pop out for me. Maybe not. It's supposed to. There we go. Okay. Now, let's still see this. There's one main wiring trunk here that holds it in place, and it looks like it just comes off with a clip here. Let's see if we can do that. Not having to pull too hard on this. I don't want to break any other wires off. As I said, there we go. Popped right off. Okay, so that's how it's held in place. And then, let me come over here where you can see me a bit better. Then what I want to do is take this back plastic plate off here, and that exposes the bulbs, because you also have a backup light, you have a turn signal, you know, in this housing. It's multifunction, but I only need to replace, and you just pop on that, there just clips in place. I only need to replace the bulb from the brake light, and I think, as you can see here, another brake light would be the one on the top, of course, because that's the one you got to catch people's attention on. And the others probably are going to need it eventually too. But if you look on the top here, you can see it's scored, so that one's the one that's broken, or I mean that's blown. So basically, all I have to do is push down and turn, and it pops right out. So it's just a push lock type of bulb. Nothing too serious. So, and I am not going to worry too much about fingerprints on these bulbs with when I'm doing regular headlights with the halogens. You have to be careful with the skin oils because it'll greatly reduce the life of the bulb. But these are just smaller ones. I don't think that that's as critical of a problem here, so I'm not going to worry about trying to find a pair of nitrile gloves to do this. If I was doing a more extensive repair, I might, but just for this one bulb, I'm not going to stress about it. So, take the new bulb, as you can see, and we're just going to see. There are little tabs there. I hope you can see this. Little tabs there, where the little nipples on the side of the bulb go in. So just push it in there, and then turn. Let's see which way. Can't remember which way I turned it out. Okay. Should go in. And there's always a glitch. This is the right bulb. I know that. I confirmed it. Just don't want it to break off in my hand, you know. I don't know why that doesn't want to go all the way down there. Yeah, it's going in as far as the other ones are. Just doesn't want to turn right. Oh, okay, I'm trying to turn it too far. I'm trying to do too much. Okay, so now it's in place. So then we'll take, and you can see here, the top of this housing is rounded and the bottom is flat. That way you know you're putting it back in correctly. Just pop it down in here until they snap in place. Didn't quite snap in. There we go. Okay, then all we need to do next is plug our connecting lead in here. That's in. Tuck this back in. It sounds like we got some rain coming. Good. They have been so dry around here, it's just been terrible. So I will put this in where it belongs there. Put my washer in place. And tighten up my nut. And get the camera all wet here next. It's a little tight to work down here, but it's not too bad. Remember, these are German fingers that designed this, are not Japanese or Korean. Get out of there, you. There we go. Snug it, but not make it too tight because that's just plastic. I don't want to break it. And this other piece that's broken off, I suppose at some point I should replace this housing because there is a crack in it there too, which isn't a good thing. But as long as the lights still work, that's my main concern. I mean, it's a 30-year-old vehicle. I don't expect it to be perfect, and I could probably nickel and dime myself to death trying to restore everything on it, but that's not, oops, no wait, I didn't get that quite in there right. That's not living out in the country on a shoestring if I'd be doing stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I know, I don't need your help though. Guess I didn't get that in there quite right. Well, you can see me screw up too from time to time here when I'm trying to do this. Not being a mechanic by trade, that happens once in a while. Let's see if I can't do it that way. Certainly don't want that to come out, fall out while I'm driving. And with the top one not engaging. I see, okay. There is a little nipple, plastic nipple here that fits into a cup to hold it in place on the front end here. I'm not showing you that, but that's what you have to get in. I didn't notice that when I pulled it out. There. It should be right there. As I've said before, with this model Mercedes, the maintenance on it and the engineering on it is generally pretty logical and straightforward. It isn't difficult to work on like some vehicles, and maybe the newer Mercedes are, I don't know, but the work I have done on it's been fairly easy to do, which is good. That's what I want. Alright, that's not going anywhere. It wiggles a little bit because the top isn't tight, but the bottom is in good. Can't fall out. So, keep watching. I'm going to see if I forgot to bring my keys, but I shouldn't need the keys. I'm going to try to step on the brake. Now, I won't be able to see it from up there, but I'll check it on the video to make sure it actually did work. Okay, well, I may be coming back to you if that didn't work. I have to turn the car on to do it, but I shouldn't have to. Usually the brake lights work regardless, just for safety's sake. So, at any rate, thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. Another small repair on the Mercedes to keep it going. And we continue to live out in the country on a shoestring. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing and following our channel. Well, I guess the brake lights don't go on without the ignition on or the engine running. I'm hoping that's the case. So I looked on the video and I didn't see it. So I have the engine running now. Let's try this again. And again, it should be, I believe, this top light right there. Let's hope that that's all it was. It was just not some other problem I have to deal with. Okay, well, I'll go look at the video and see what I got. You guys know before I do. Thanks again for watching, and if there's some other problem, I guess I'll come back and this short video will get a little longer.